What's up, y'all? Back with another video, this time on the Holy Paladin, doing some rated solo shuffle. This is actually the second time that I've queued for a rated solo shuffle since Dragonflight hit. And I went from 0 to 18, 20 rating in about one to two queue sessions. I took a break and ate some dinner in between. So it's definitely easier to climb in solo shuffle. Now that being said, it's easier for DPS, even more so than healers. Healers are having a hard time because of the way the matchmaking is going. They're trying to shorten queue times, and you'll also get a lot of matches that go 3 and 3. Preservation evokers are really tough to out heal. I mean, that's on every healer. The preservation evokers, their output is just insane, which makes it really strong for solo shuffle. And this match went okay. I was up against a holy priest. He's not running the build that I was talking about in my previous video that I'm running on my holy priest. And right here he trinkets, and I'm wishing that I had blinding light, but I've got repentance. I think I changed that in between here. He's gonna stun me into a fear, but his ret paladin died when that happened. He was too busy chasing me, wanting to get that fear. And I think right here I go in and I'm gonna change to blinding light. But yeah, I didn't do live commentary for this video, and I also forgot to turn on Gladius EX, so I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure in future videos to have that turned on, because I know it's a lot easier to see what's going on when it shows everybody's globals. It shows what everybody's doing in the match. But this next round, I have the Ret Paladin on my team and the Demon Hunter again. The Demon Hunter was definitely doing the most damage, so I was trying to give him the Blessing of Summer. He was also doing a good job of getting me in combat. I've been surprised in this queue session how many Demon Hunters won't go get the rogue out of stealth. That's kind of shocking. I don't know if they don't know about the talent, but this Demon Hunter did a great job on that. And I think this Holy Priest is running Ray of Light and Holy Ward. And we don't have, well, the Demon Hunter has an offensive dispel, but he's not using it on the priest. He doesn't have a focus macro or whatever. They almost kill the rogue right there. I'm going to go in for a Hodge. He blinds me. I trinket the Holy Ward. Oh, he doesn't have Holy Ward up, so he does eat the full Hodge, and then I'm going to blind him off that. And then I blind him, and I have the Ret Paladin sacked here, and they're getting a ton of pressure. The rogue tries to kick me there, and he mind games. I dispel the mind games, and they go for the bomb, and he bubbles, so that was perfect. Like, that was how I wanted him to use his bubble, or his trinket was whenever he got the smoke bomb. The Holy Priest is going like I'm winning the meta battle, because he's not playing the spec where you can turn into the Spirit of Redemption like what I'm playing on my Holy Priest. You save so much mana whenever you go into that Spirit of Redemption form, especially he's playing Lightweaver. You can see him getting the buff whenever he flash heals, but he's not utilizing it. So right here we're starting to run out of cooldowns for the Holy Paladin, and I'm very wary of using Bop for him, because I know he has one too. So it's kind of like when you have two paladins on one team, it kind of messes up sometimes. They do end up getting the kill on the warrior, where I'm going to be hesitant to use Bop. In that scenario it was okay, because he had already used Bubble. And you can also use Lay on Hands now. He can also use his Lay on Hands. And this rogue's being a little toxic. He's talking about the priest and whatever. And honestly, I think the match would have been a lot closer had the priest just used that Spirit of Redemption talent. And I don't think the priest is necessarily doing anything wrong. I think you swap out Holy Ward for Divine Ascension, and then I don't know what other talent he's using. Ray of Hope, so he's using Holy Ward, Ray of Hope, and I don't know what his third PvP talent is, but if he would swap whatever that third one is out for Spirit of Redemption, it would have been a lot closer match. One of the things I have noticed in this queue session as well was that leaving is still a problem. I assumed that it wouldn't be a problem when raiding was implemented, but every single time that I went 5-0 prior to this match, someone left. I didn't get a single 6-0 recorded, because all the 5-0s, someone would leave. And you get no rating. You do get a little bit of honor, but for me as a healer, like, honor's not really a big deal. So I don't know what the solution is for that. If they should just count like everybody gets a win except for the person that left. I don't know. Or they just give you points for the wins that you've already, like, say you're 5-0, you just get points for the 5 wins. That might be the best solution, because it does feel really bad as a healer to go 5-0 and then someone just leaves and then nobody gets any rating. It feels bad for the DPS as well because they have a much longer queue time, but I feel like it's harder to go 6-0 on a healer than it is a DPS, because like when I'm playing my DPS, I can kind of just control the match whenever I'm on my hunter, versus if I'm versus a preservation evoker, then I'm so reliant on my DPS to, you know, get a kill before I go because I will run out of mana before the preservation evoker does, for sure. They are definitely really, really strong. Right here we see the demon hunter is doing a ton of damage. I've got both the beacons on them. I'm going to dispel that Hodge, and then I'm max holy power. There we go. I spent my holy power. They overlapped there, which was really good for me. And I'm going to Hodge the priest here, and I think he's going to trinket. Nope, he's sitting that. We overlap Stormbolt and Hodge. He's got Power Infusion and Holy Ward up, but we have no way to purge that. I could go in with the Blood Elf Racial. He does bomb there, and the Paladin dies. I don't know if the Paladin bubbled. I wasn't paying attention. He might have already used his bubble, but the Paladin was definitely getting trained a lot in these. I think this next round might be the one where the Paladin ends up dying. And they call to go for Demon Hunter here. I think going for the Warrior is definitely the better play. The Demon Hunter's significantly better. I also just noticed that I don't have my aura on. Hopefully I fix that here in a minute. I don't know if it turned it off whenever I changed specs. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Alright. I turned the aura on. That would have been kind of funny if I went the rest of the match. So I swapped Beacon to myself because he had me targeted. I thought they were going to run me down. I think I'll swap it back. Yeah, swap it back here in a minute. And I think what ends up happening here is I assume the Ret Paladin's going to bubble. I Hodge into Holy Ward, get feared into a really bad spot. And it just kind of goes down from here. So he fears. I trinket that. Come over here. I sack him. And the priest used Ray of Hope, and I think we're good here. And so I use the barrier on me just to kind of negate some of the Hand of Sacrifice damage, which I think that's a big misplay on my part. And I bubble here just because we're still falling behind, and he's dead. So right there, they just got a lot of burst on him, and he didn't have a chance to bubble. He was probably caught in between a global. I think the misplay on my part, I should have just pumped everything into him. And the Warrior says he thinks the Sub-Rogue can die. Honestly, both the Demon Hunter and the Sub-Rogue for Ret Paladin Warrior are good targets, so either one of those is fine. I think the Ret Paladin ends up saying no, he wants to go Demon Hunter, which is fine. This next match, I was worried at this point too. I was kind of relieved that I lost that one, because I was worried that the priest was going to leave if I went 5-0. So right here, I don't know what that Mind Games is. I just dispel it and heal. It's kind of a waste there. And I get in combat, so I don't get sapped. He chastises me. He's playing Greater Heal. Yeah, see, that's a big misplay. Definitely needs to be playing the Spirit of Redemption talent there. The Warrior turns and goes for the Priest. The Priest Ray of Hopes himself. And this is just chaos. we're split at this point. I have barrier on me, and I think, yeah, I swap beacon, and then I immediately swap it back. Yep, put the mini beacon on him, and it looks like he either used lay on hands or bubble there. Can't tell. And we stabilize, and they start getting pressure out. But look at where the priest mana is at. The priest is already at 50% mana, and I'm well above 50%. I thought I had Hodge, so that was kind of bad. Right here, I thought the Ret Paladin was going to die, so I immediately bubbled and sacked him, and then I go to top him, Luckily, he didn't have a Mortal Strike debuff on him, so I was able to top him pretty easily. Dampening does ramp up really quick in these solo shuffles, so you have to be mindful of that normally like your heals would do a lot more, but as dampening ramps up, you know, it's not going to do as much, which this priest is finding out right here. Look, he's already down to like 5% mana, and the demon hunter, I'm pumping damage into him and he does die. And I got rival, and yeah, not bad for one sitting of solo shuffle. And I will show you guys the elite set. I'm sure most of you have already seen it, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's not my favorite, but this is the second one I've gotten, so I've got 4 more to go for all the healers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.